in the place, it's a luau, killing like 10 counts. Y'all know how we get down, house with the fence around. Y'all know that we en route, transition from the Impala to the Fisker. I should charge admission for that to get the dessert. Left the doors up, now the Lambo has pigtails. Since you getting comfy, I'ma let you sit there, I'ma let you stay there. When I shed a tear, they didn't have no...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Hilton's Colts going up against Hopkinson's Jaguars.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Flushed out right. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
A handoff as they run the counter play. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Luck. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
They try again with Cohen. And an alley to run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll be third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
They'll set up a throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Again, it's Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Love. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So 2nd and 10 here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
So it'll be first down here after the run. After the run, Luck going to throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. From the 50, it's Luck. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. From the gun on third down, Luck under pressure again, and down he goes again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super tough.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Taco Charlton with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take this inside the 40. Dancing away at the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Luck now on second down. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Here's Luck. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Cohen looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit. More so because There's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Let's go. One, nine. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Here comes the D swarming to the line. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He'll drop to throw, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Our first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This will be fielded at the 6. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. A run by Dixon. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Jaguars getting set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll try the air now with Locke. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Catch here, left side, Thomas. That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. From the red zone now, Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Let's go. 190.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Steps away to his left. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Luck. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. This is Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go. 1, 9, 4.
Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They run the counter now on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. The tight end changing his position. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Luck on 1st down.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Second and goal to go. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and goal, Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go. 538.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Let's go. 190.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He sets to fire deep. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they will take a knee here. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The D can only stop it one more time as they take. Out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll buy some time right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And now out come the Jags. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So locked down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. The Colts on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is third down and 12.
As we go on, like we do. When it's hot outside.